welcome, welcome. Get some Palo Santo going for you. Hi, Susan. Ian, hello, darling. For those of you who are new to the space, my name is Harmony, and I will be facilitating some energy work. Beautiful healing space for you this evening. If you hear me speaking another language like I just did, that is a channeled high vibrational frequency called light language. So don't worry if you can't understand it. Just trust how it feels in your body. How's everyone doing? As you're coming in, make sure you say hi, tap that screen, share your intention for the evening. Thank you, Andre. Thank you. What is your intention for this space this evening? What would you like to gain from this space? Cat, hi. Hi, Lisa. I am well. How are you? How's everyone feeling? How's that? Hello, Alberto. How's the full moon in Leo energy affecting you? Technically, it peaks at like 5 a.m. So, on the 12th, whereas we're still on the 11th today, but the moon is already in Leo and it's practically full. So, full moon energy always hits us 3 days before and 3 days after. How have your dreams been? How's the astral been? Thank you, Susan. Crystal Rose. Happy to hear that, cat. Anxious energy for you, Sam. Beautiful. Oh my God, Courtney Rose, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Tattoos by Ozzy, hello. So sorry you're not feeling well, Courtney. Thank you for sharing the live, Ian. Ruby, hi love. Thank you for liking the live, tapping the screen. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here with you. I missed you guys. I know it's just 1 week, but it just feels like so long when I don't see you, even if it's just for a week. So as you're coming into the space, please do share your intention. What would you... Yeah, Courtney, I'm sorry I wasn't on last week. I traveled. I went back home. Thank you for the follow, Amanda Kelly. I traveled back home to the DC area over this past weekend. And I had my kids extra days last week, and I just needed the night off. So, very glad I did it, but I did miss you guys. You want to evolve spiritually and agriculturally. Ken, beautiful. Thank you for sharing your intention. Feeling a lot of gratitude vibrations today, and I'm feeling like that might be a focus for the evening. Gratitude. So what is an emoji that embodies gratitude? Hello, Nico. Let's do the feathers. Kind of random, but I like it. Little feather emoji, yes. You can do the little prayer hands. Thank you for the follow, Akira. Yes. Free Spirit Happiness. Thank you for the follow, Cat. Cherry. Oh, I love these. I love these. Thank you for the follow, Angel Core Claudia. Ah, cat, yes. Oh my god. Always love a swan. Thank you for sharing the live, Mama B. Amazing, Timmy. Fall asleep. Thank you for the rose, Trevor. Falling asleep to energy work is always good. All right, you get to continue to receive as you enter into the astral. Almost stuck to my water bottle. Ooh, just realized I'm not wearing some of my bracelets. Thank you for the follow. What are we doing here? You always get your warm hugs, Susan. Thank you, Trevor. You're very welcome. Set the intention always before these lives for Spirit to flow through and provide the collective. That's you, with exactly what is needed. Hi, Cappy Joe. Thank you for the follow, Shay. Shay? Not sure. Ah, my beautiful sparkle modality. Welcome, love. I'm well. Thank you for the follow, Shannon D. Hughes. Shay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. To release hurt. 12th house Jazz. Thank you, love. Yeah, I know I wasn't on last week. Also, guys, I highly recommend, we have a free community space called the Moth Eclipse. That's on WhatsApp. And I usually go in there and I'll update in there, like if I'm not going to be live or things like that. So I do highly recommend you join that space. Alberto, if your intention is to maintain and possibly increase your intuition. Beautiful. Yeah, I highly recommend you join the community space. It's free. So yeah, it's a nice way for us to all connect outside of this space too, because who knows how much longer this will be here. Sparkle modality. I accept for my best and highest good and to step into my power fully with the help of the full moon. It's called the Moth Eclipse, Ian. If you just shoot me a message, I'll send you the link to join. We have a womb space specifically in there as well for those of you with wombs. Let go of limiting beliefs and trust in your higher self and divine timing. Jess, that's beautiful. Thank you for the follow, Lisa. Oh, Trevor, that's amazing. Shay. What I'm feeling is a desire to ease the grief, yeah, to lighten the load. Thank you for the follow, Megan. To lighten the load in the heart space because it feels heavy in your heart. Thank you for the follow. Crystal, Ashley. Thank you for the follow, Muddy Nuts. Honored to have you here, Jess. Thank you for the follow, Ashley. Glad that the energy resonates. Thank you for the follow, Still Strong 45. Hello, Jason. So for each and every one of you, whether you shared your intention for the evening or not, I'd like for you for just a moment to close your eyes. Thank you for the follow, Rachel. Just close your eyes and take a moment and just feel that intention that you set for yourself in your body. Feel the desire, the hope raising in your heart. Feeling the love for the intention that you set. Embrace your power with grace and sovereignty. I love that, Ruby. Just hold that intention in your heart space and feel it expand. Feel that intention being infused with love. Maybe some of you are manifesting something. For just this moment, allow the fear of it to release. Allow the fear of your desires to just dissipate for just a moment. And allow yourself to just bask in the love of potentiality. Knowing that any potentiality you tap into is a vibrational frequency that already exists in the quantum realm and the quantum field. You're merely tapping into it. And know that by observing these particles, you are in fact changing the particles. As we observe them, they shift and they change. This is why your energy, your attention is one of the things that people desire the most these days. If they have your intention, your attention, they have your energy. Shay, I do have a YouTube channel. Yes, I am speaking light language. My YouTube channel is Ethereal Harmony 777. Just remember that your energy, your attention is the highest currency. That's why people spend so much money to capture your attention. Thank you for the follow, the infamous. Right? That's why so much emphasis is put on social media and media in general, because they have your attention. You can either be nourished or you can be controlled. It's power. Your attention is what holds the power. So choose very wisely where you choose to put your energy, what you choose to perceive, where you're putting your observations. Because as you observe a particle, the particle shifts and changes. It's quantum mechanics. That's beautiful, Ruby. I pray you get to do that with him. Thank you for the rose, Lisa. Thank you, everyone, for tapping the screen and being present, sharing this space. feel like you don't understand the power. Hi, Trey. The power of your gaze. The power of your attention. How sacred that is. Thank you for sharing the live, Courtney. Yes, Trey, in a moment. Thank you for sharing the live with you. Jess, I'm co-hosting a light language seminar on February 17th, this upcoming Monday, with my soul sister Nikki. It's only $11.11 to attend. Very low cost, but it's going to be a 1-hour masterclass seminar. We're doing it at 9 p.m. Central. 9 p.m. Central. Amazing. So just shoot me a message, and I'll give you my Venmo, Cash App, and then your email address. I'm also hosting a free womb healing session tomorrow with the full moon. Where did light language come from? In terms of, like, for me personally, how was it activated? Or, not entirely sure I understand the question, Reiki Daddy, if you wouldn't mind clarifying. Thank you, Bubbles. I am not near Manchester, no. Bro, why though? Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Elaine. Y'all are so beautiful. Reiki Daddy, shoot me a message, okay? And I will, it's only 11:11 to attend, so I will send you the deets. Happy to have you. Thank you for the follow, Abby. Hi, Ruby. Yes, I don't have my microphone plugged in today. My phone's charging. Thank you for the follow, Donna. Ruby, yes. So they are meant to be 44, but for the womb sessions, I mean. However, I didn't talk about it at all. I didn't promote it. So the light language session, though, is 11:11. The womb session, I'm going to do it free this month one more time. Yeah, so monthly with the full moon, we do womb circles. The light language seminar is on Monday, February 17th 9 p.m. Central. It's $11.11 to attend. So happy you're here, Kizzy. Hello, Tia. Thank you, Ruby. I appreciate you, darling. All right, Susan, I got you. Love that. Thank you for the follow. Just a beach lover. Sarah Beth, hi. So if at any point during the live stream this evening you are having an energetic shift or any kind of profound experience, feel free to drop a little feather emoji, or it could be a different emoji as well. Ruby, I got you in for tomorrow, darling. So if you would like to attend the womb circle tomorrow for the full moon, that's going down tomorrow at 10 p.m. Central. Yes. Beautiful. So you can also always share what you're experiencing, but sometimes when you're kind of in it, it's easier to just drop the emoji. No, the womb circle tomorrow for the full moon. So I tend to do those in private spaces. So that's going to be on Google Hangouts. It's a private call with the group, of course. I'm so glad you're here. So is your name Claudia? Is it Claudia? Absolutely, Kizzy. Just shoot me a message and I'll send you the link to our free community space. And then I'll send you a link to the Google Hangouts as well. Do remember as you're in this space to open yourself up to receive exactly where the energy desires to go. Okay, Elaine, just shoot me a message, darling, okay? Let me see. Hi. So make sure you're breathing big, deep breaths. If you don't have any water, highly recommend you grab yourself some water. Beautiful, Jess. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gilbert. Don't hold your breath, darlings. Feel free to make any sounds that you feel like you need to make. Like if you need to go like, ah, it's called toning. Sometimes doing that helps us move the energy through. Activating your throat chakra by making sound. Some of you may feel like you need to stretch or you need to burp. It's all correct. There is no right or wrong way for your body to move the energy. So trust where your body is leading you. Trust where it wants to go. And I trust you to know where it needs to go for yourself. Drop some stars if you feel a shift right now. If you've got the tingles. good of all and harm to none. Michelle, so good to see you here, darling. Michelle is one of our OGs. Thank you for the follow, Callista. Thank you, Nikki. Oh, I'm so glad, Susan. Just open yourself up to receive, whether you've been in the room for a while or you're just entering. Just make sure that you open your heart up to receive whatever it is that Spirit would like to give to you this evening through me. I'm merely here as a vessel, as a channel. As a tool of the divine. As are you, if you so choose. Surrender to the experience. Thank you for the follow, Rapid Panda. Love that name. Amazing. And hi, Patrick. Good to see you. Thank you for the follow. Honored that you're here, Gilbert. Thank you, Nikki. Dolphins. Trey, how is your mom doing? Thank you for the follow, Rock. Thank you for sharing the live, Claudia. I know I ask this just about every week, but can you allow yourself to put your burdens down? Even if it's just for right now, you can pick them back up when we're done. But just for right now, while you're in this space, can you commit to just letting them go? They'll be there waiting for you, your troubles, your worries. You can always pick them back up if you so choose. Just allow this space to fully nourish you this evening. Thank you for the follow, Alex. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to open up to the grace of God, the universe, source, the divine, whatever most resonates for you. Oh, go for it, girl. Mute away. Sometimes that is the kindness, you know? Thank you for the follow. It's the difference between, being kind, being nice, right? Sometimes being kind, giving love isn't on paper the softest thing or the nicest looking thing. Sometimes it's necessary. It's an embodiment of truth. Cherry, hi babes. Lots of heat in the energy that's coming through right now. So if you're feeling like warm sensations, some of you might even be feeling like you're overheating or like you need to take off like a jacket or a sweater or something. Trevor, aren't we all? Aren't we all just internal feral wild beings that are pretending to be tame in a society that demands it of us? I'm so glad, Gilbert. Aren't we all just little wildlings playing a game? Thank you for the follow, Leila. You're not. People just play the game very well. They hide, pretend. Beautiful echo. Make sure you're breathing deeply, beautiful souls. Thank you for sharing the light. I'm feeling this like sensation right in here. Yeah, I've never actually read Where the Wild Things Are or seen the movie, but yeah, there is a book or movie by the name. Someone with like, I don't know, I'm almost feeling like a scar or like, I don't know, maybe someone had like surgery or something in the hand. We're going to go ahead and go into the stomach. Ooh. That tracks. Beautiful, Jess. Thank you for the follow, 3 stars. Okay, they're having me start from the lower intestine. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I feel some heavy scar tissue in the hand. So again, I'm kind of starting from the lower intestine. Some of you may feel gas bubbling up. Depending on how deep they have me go, what you have going on. Yeah. Some of you may notice that tomorrow your digestion is working a little differently, if you know what I mean. Oh, Patrick, 11. How does this work, Gigi? Well, it's distance energy healing Reiki. So as long as you're open to receive and you consent to receive, the energy will go where it needs to in your system. It is collective, so I'm not tapping in individually. Oh no, eating should be fine. Some of y'all really need to do a little bit of a colon cleanse. Not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I do not know your Darla Felt girl. But I really feel like a lot of you, there's a lot of old energy in here, a lot of stagnant things in here. Ghost Immortal. Hi, babe. Thank you. Echo, sorry. But for reals, y'all. Some of you, maybe if you've heard of like colonics. If it resonates, that may be a good option for you. Although this is going to do, it's gonna do a good job. I've had a lot of people say that, Gigi. I've never really consumed ASMR, so I don't really know what it entails. I'm not going to say. do what it needs to do. Having me go through with some Atlantean saline. Yes, Trevor, enjoy. Hi, Dylan. Long time no see. Okay, they're having me go up to the upper gut and stomach now. Follow Carmi. Casey, thank you for the follow. Access in what way, darling? I want to make sure I understand your question correctly. Thank you for the follow, Amanda. Because I was working down in that area, Sarah. That's where we started when you came in. I was in that whole lower pelvic region. And now they just had me go up to like the solar plexus area, your upper stomach, and they're having me pulled down. Yes, Ruby. What Ruby said, poetic justice right there. Casey, if that's what you're asking, I do repost these on Sarah, interesting. I do repost these on YouTube. Ethereal Harmony 777 on YouTube. Sarah, so full moon energy can always activate the womb space. So that may be why. I know personally, I've been ovulating and the ovulation symptoms have been pretty intense this go around. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Carmi. It's terrible. And yes, we will work on upper body, upper back. Oh, so you're right at the same point as me then, Sarah. Should be right at ovulation. So that would mean you likely bleed with the new moon and ovulate with the full moon, roughly. Yes, precisely. Yeah, mine recently shifted. I was more so synced for where I would bleed with the full moon, but it gradually shifted. So that's what you're supposed to have. That's like the most fertile when you ovulate. But you can't ovulate without that. It's cervical fluid. That's what she's referencing. Thank you for following, Mandy Mai. No, it's just the consistency, so it's real like raw egg whites, not cooked. Raw, where it's like clear and really like jelly. Hola, buenas noches. Hello, Julio. Welcome. That is a great way to know that you're ovulating. It's the most fertile cervical fluid. So fun. That's so funny. Is this a new kink I've never heard of? Scarring people out here. Oh my god. So funny. Sorry. What I love is that people watching the replay won't really know why I'm laughing. So if you're watching the replay on YouTube, hi. Exactly, Gilbert. Enjoy. Patrick, I learned something. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Here to educate. Me too, my guy. I love it. Thank you, Patrick. Listen, I'm like, if you partake in such things, then, or even if you don't partake, these are good things to understand, to know, you know? It's wonderful, Sarah. These are the conversations I live for. Hello, kitty. Hi, welcome. Oh, that's amazing, Ruby. Thank you for the follow, Action H. Ah, that'd be amazing, Courtney. Where do you live? Also, I do one-on-one sessions virtually, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. South Dakota. Not particularly. Can't say I've ever had a call or a draw to South Dakota. South Dakota, if I'm being completely honest. Oh my god, it's -10. Do you want to come here instead? Texas might be a little bit more fun for you. It's gonna be a hard no for me. I would love to see you though. Oh my god, that's wild. She's honest. Oh, Lisa, I'm so glad. Oh my god, I was just in Virginia. I was literally just in Virginia. I just got back yesterday morning. Oh my god, you're in New Zealand, Sarah. You've never been on a plane. That's wild. Oh my god, 6 degrees. You're in Houston. Oh, you're in Richmond. I live in the Dallas area in Texas, but I claim to be from the DC area because I lived there for a long time. So I was in like Annandale. Some of my best friends still live that direction in Annandale and Manassas in Virginia, in Northern Virginia, Nova. So I was there visiting with them. Had such a beautiful weekend. Oh my gosh, Sarah, yeah. You've got the opposite going on from us over here. I would love to go to New Zealand as well. I love that. Richmond is beautiful. One second, I gotta do the puzzle piece. Got it. Whew. Williamsburg is beautiful, yeah. I've only ever been to, like, that direction. Been to Busch Gardens, the little, like, amusement park out in Williamsburg area. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Courtney Roofs. Did you not get married at all? Or did you just not get married there? Oh, we did. Okay. Ah, good times. Divorce is rough. I love that you said congratulations, because so many people, when you tell them you're divorced, they're like, I'm so sorry. And divorce is challenging for sure, for a multitude of reasons, but it's like, no. We should be celebrating me. I worked really fucking hard to do this. At least for me. I'll speak for myself on that. But yes. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Courtney. I'm sorry. I'm so glad that you're out of that. And that we have this beautiful, vibrant woman in our space. Thank you for the follow, Natalie. Oh my god, Kristen, that is fucking epic. I wish that's how my family had responded to me getting divorced. That was not the response. Spoiler alert. I got all of the, are you sure? And the like, you're saying this is why, but we all have that in our relationships. As if that's a reason for me to stick with mine. I've never understood that. Thank you for the follow, Surimu. You know, if someone's thinking about... I have people like that too. But I just think it's so interesting, like, whenever anyone says that they're thinking of ending a relationship, or especially getting divorced, which I don't think anyone comes to that decision easily, right? And it's like, for anyone to question that always kind of boggles my mind. I'm like, you're not with them behind closed doors. You're not in that relationship. Courtney Rose, what the fuck? Your ex cheated on you, then your brother ended up marrying the girl that he cheated on you with. Oh, God. Oh yes, Echo, that's 100% accurate. And when you end a marriage, it kind of puts everyone else's marriages under a microscope, right? It makes it so that they then start to have to look at their own marriages. That's wild, Courtney. I hope you know that you did not deserve that. They deserved the karma, though. Courtney Rose, it's very possible. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Wow, 7's coming through strong here. And you said you got divorced in 2017. Number 7 feels very, very significant for this collective. Kristen, also divorced in 2017. I hope this helps you sleep. One, two, three, four means progress. It means you're moving forward, right? Because it's progressive. It goes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. It means you're elevating, you're ascending, you are progressing forward. Congratulations. Oh wow, I had my first son in 2017. Two, two, two means do not worry. Also can be union energy. 444 is your angels and miracles. 7 is the number of God, the universe, the divine. Oh, Courtney Rose. 333 can be different things. A lot of times it can be symbolic of the Holy Trinity. Thank you for the follow, Evan. So it can be about spiritual connection, spiritual advancement. It can be about a strengthening of your connection to the divine. 555 is about change. Depending upon how much you're seeing 555, it can indicate very large change coming into your life. For me, I always notice before I have big events, and this is like oftentimes, would be considered big, like tower moment type of thing. I'll start seeing 555 just like everywhere. Love that. Absolutely, that's 444 is the number of angels. So that would be your spirit guides and angels. And then also, of course, there's plenty of books about angel numbers. Oh, Echo, same on the 555, like deeply. That's perfect, Davis. But numerology, right? Different numbers carry different energetic vibrations. And really, we live in this, we live in a universe of numbers and codes. It's like sometimes I feel like we're in one giant mathematical equation based on the way that I experience energies of things. And the things that I've seen as well. So also, if you have, keep in mind, same Lainey. I think it's Lainey, right? I see 333 every day. But you can also have specific associations for specific numbers for people. So for instance, like I have 1111 tattooed here, right? And my mom always tells me that whenever she sees 1111, it makes her think of me. So, right, that's like her number that she associates with me. So you can also have different like agreements with spirit, with your guides about different numbers, and they can have different meanings for you as well. Absolutely, Ruby. 4 is the number of angels in every form, just angels. And miracles, angels and miracles. I always see it as like miracles are right around the corner. $77. One of the first deep womb healing sessions that I did years and years ago now. I'm so glad, Claudia. I got taken into a past life, into Egypt, which is where my handle here comes from, High Priestess Harmony, because I was shown a lifetime as a High Priestess. And the two symbols that they showed me at the end was the number 7 and a hawk. And that they were meant to remind me of these ties, right? Remind me of my own divinity, remind me of the power that I possess, remind me of the lifetimes as High Priestess, amongst like a million other things. But this is just kind of the beginning of my journey into my soul's origins. Yeah, 000 I look at as like a blank slate, right? Blank slate. I love that, Kristen. You frequently see 1111. My whole life I've had a thing with 1111. So much so my brother and sister-in-law used to always make fun of me when I was young, because I'd be like, 1111, make a wish. So they got me a shirt from Delia's. Who here remembers Delia's? Anyone? Delia's? Delia's had a shirt that showed, yep, 11. It said 1111, make a wish, and it looked like an analog clock. And I had that all throughout, well, not all throughout high school, but I wore it for years. It was one of my favorite shirts. Yes. Delia's. Doesn't exist anymore, I don't think, right? It's amazing. Delia's was so cool. It was amazing. Steve Madden shoes. Oof. Now I just have it tattooed on my body instead. Makes me happy though. Thanks for the follow, Amanda. And Courtney Rose, I know earlier you were saying you'd love if I went live every night. I would love to, just not super possible at the moment. I'm a single mom. I work full time. One day. There was a time years ago, back in like 2022, when I was working full time, and I was a full-time single mom at that time. I wasn't even sharing custody, and I actually was going live like every day. But the problem is I burnt myself out. So I had to understand better ways to use my energy. And even on these like weekly single live streams, I've had to do a lot of fine-tuning to make sure that I'm not overextending. And I can always tell when I'm done. I always know, like, Oh, Courtney Rose, I get it. I don't have child support either, but I have shared custody now. Oh, Avis, I'm so glad. I do repost these on YouTube now, which, you know, thank you, Susan. The TikTok ban really was just postponed for now. As far as I know, it could still be going away. So, trying to build up YouTube to make that possible as well. But I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Like, truly, so grateful for this community that we've created here, whether you're an OG or you're brand new here and today's the first day that you have come into this space. It's seriously such a gift. Oh my God, Susan, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Thank you for the follow, sweetie. Sounds like I'm calling you a pen name, and that's just your handle. You're very welcome, Justin. It's my pleasure, truly. Thank you, Lisa. So far, I'm mostly just reposting content, from my TikTok on there. That'll shift at some point. I really, truly haven't been feeling called to doing collective tarot readings recently. It hasn't been feeling aligned, so I haven't been posting. I'm honored to facilitate this space, but each of you are the one that's showing up. Keep that in mind, right? Facilitate the space, but truly you are your own healer. Jenny! Hi. Welcome, darling. Darling. Okay. Feeling like it's time for a bit of a water break. We've been going for a while. Let's get the bell. For anyone that fell asleep, you may now be waking up. The energy of that bell always feels so good. Thank you. Thank you, babes. Let's get some Palo Santo going. So glad I didn't fall asleep. I know you could have woken up to a little bell. Sorry, puppies and kitties. They're like, the fuck? Okay, let me do that off camera so I don't get myself flagged here. Get some Palo Santo going for you guys. Amazing. Where you can find what? Palo Santo or bell? Palo Santo, I have a witchy shop that's local that I go to. I'm good on the bell. But you can also find, just make sure it's well sourced, but you can find it on Etsy or Amazon as well. Why are you in South Dakota? Just side question. You don't want to live elsewhere? Or is it like a custody thing? Bakersfield, California. I've been feeling such a call to California. I actually started looking at jobs out there just for like shits and giggles. Okay, Courtney Rose. Gotcha. You should look at your astrocartography. See if there's any other places that might be aligned for you. I'm going to fill up my water because my water bottle's empty. Hello, Florida. Alabama. Welcome, everyone. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. Sounds good. Tampa Bay. Washington State. I've thought about it. I gotcha. Chicago, Massachusetts. I used to live in Massachusetts, in Braintree specifically. You leaving, Claudia? Oregon. Hi, Jay. Yeah, I touch trees everywhere I go, so. You know what? Ruby, I don't know if we've talked about this. I love Albuquerque. Marshfield. Oh, you're from Massachusetts. Thank you, darling. I've been feeling a call to go back there as well. Not to move, but just to go to visit. Clear some old energies and things. I lived there for 3 years, from the ages of about 5 to 8. I went to Cape Cod. I guess it's quite a few years ago now, probably. Ah, yes, Florida is the place of retirement. Hot Springs. Who, me, family in the military? No, I grew up in a cult. That's why I moved around when I was young. All right, I'm gonna fill up my water. Everyone please drink some water. I'll be right back and we will resume. Yes, for real. Excuse me, we have questions. Yes, I also lived in Korea. I lived in Greece. So the slang term name for it is called the Moonies. Essentially this old Korean guy who said he was the second coming and the Messiah. I was born into it, so it's not something I chose for myself. Hello. So yeah. What's your other account? How am I holding up? Oh, I'm good. That's all in my past, you know? Certainly had its interesting factors, but I wouldn't be who I am without it, so. And the thing that's really cool is, like, as an adult, finding, you know, I've always been connected to spirit, so that's always been an aspect of my life. When I was younger, I just saw it through the lens of what I was learning, but like my connection to the divine was always the same thing, which is really cool, right? And I would see like angels and spirits as like sparkling lights a lot when I was a kid. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, you don't become a healer by accident, right? We all go through things, and in my life, Spirit gives me experiences so that I can help guide others through them. Oh gosh, Susan. I'm good. Thank you, though. Luckily, the cult I was in, it wasn't like we all had to live on a compound or anything. Like, I lived in the real world for the most part. So, there's that. Ramtha. Haven't heard of it. But yeah, guys, if you want to learn more about the one I grew up in, we did mass weddings. You can Google search up Moonies, and you'll read all about it. They were really big back in like the 70s. Avery. My biggest piece of advice is to embody whatever it is that you're wanting to do, right? Embody it. So let it be a part of your life and then let it flow through from there, right? So like if you're making products for Etsy, make sure that they're products that you just really want to make, regardless of the outcome. Because, thank you for the follow, it can be really tough. You're welcome, Jess. It can be really tough to try to make something work as it pertains to online business and all of this type of stuff. And I've been in that space many times myself. And for me personally, it's different for everyone. For me personally, when I don't have my job that's making, this like kind of stable, sustainable money, it puts a lot of pressure on this, right? And then my energy shifts because all of a sudden it's like I have to pay my bills with the money that I make here, versus now it's not that, right? I have my job, and truly when I show up in these spaces and when I do my passion work and I do my Reiki sessions, my one-on-one sessions, my tarot readings, even just social media, making money from like content creation, it's just beautiful energy exchange. There's no pressure on it. It's not the thing that I rely on to make sure that my kids have a roof over their head and food on the table, right? And so it doesn't have that pressure attached to it. And that doesn't mean that like the money side of it means any less. It still is like such a beautiful gift, and like it's beautiful. Money is such a beautiful energy exchange. But truly, especially like as it comes to creating content, you never know how it's gonna go. You never know how it's gonna land for people. And so when the focus is like the outcome, or the focus is the result, or the focus is how people will respond to it, versus truly just embodying it yourself and letting it be an extension of who you be, you show up in a different energy, right? Like if I showed up here worried about who's, like, if it was about how many views I had or how many people we had in the room or how much money I made, I would show up in a very different energy, versus like I literally just show up to serve, and I show up as a tool of the divine. So when your intentionality behind what you're doing shifts, and like truly I've seen the most success when it hasn't been about the result. So I hope that helps. And listen, I've been in the online space since 2015, like 10 years. Like I did the years of the hiring coaches and doing business mentorship and being a boss babe, and like fucking hustling and posting a fuck ton of times every single day, because you have to post 3 to 5 times a day, and like make sure you're always on your stories. And oh my gosh, like I did all of it. I did all of it, and I was always struggling. Most of all of that was on Instagram, though. Truly, that was mostly for my healing business. Oh, cute. My soul sister just texted me. Right, so it's like my intentionality I've always been about cultivating healing spaces. And I used to specifically work with women on healing their hormones. That was where it all started. And I embodied the work because I used it to heal my own hormones and my own system. But there was such a, yeah. There was a lot in my life at the time that was very different. I wasn't as integrated, I wasn't as embodied. And that doesn't mean that the work that I did was not valuable or wasn't good work. I helped a lot of fucking people from that space as well. But now it's, there's a depth. And I've always been a really fucking deep person. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like my stuff was ever surface level, because it never ever was. Ever. However, like, I'm such a different person now than I was then. Oh gosh, Avery. No. Well, let me not give you medical advice. But thank you for the follow, Denise. Thank you for the follow, Catherine. One of the main things that I used to help people heal from was like damage from coming off of the pill, because the pill can cause a lot of damage. So, and again, I don't know your body and your system and everything you're going through, but yeah. We always want to look for root cause, right? What is causing the symptoms? Not just fixing the symptoms. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Avery. Hi, Katie. Yeah, I can do a few. Susan, yes, I feel like going off up in here. So, I'm so glad you're here, Avery. So, I have PCOS, and for me, I started back in 2013. I started essentially my journey of healing my body naturally. At the end of 2013, yes, I saw it come through, Ruby. I saw it. I got you, girl. And so at the end of 2013, I got off the pill. And despite all of the things I had done, my hormones went crazy. I broke out like crazy. And I spotted for like a year and a half. During that time, I got diagnosed with PCOS, all kinds of stuff. Thanks for the follow, Abby. And so a lot of the clients I worked with for the hormonal balance were people who got on the pill for their skin, which was me. I got on the pill for my skin. And, you know, it worked at first and then it stops working. So, especially if it's for your skin, that's not, it's like putting a Band-Aid, right? Like, it might help at first, but it's not helping the actual overall underlying root cause of what is causing the hormonal imbalance, or the PCOS, right? PCOS is very heavily tied to stress as well. It's like really big nervous system regulation. I see it, Katie. I got you. Hold on, there's a song I really want to. There's a song I want to play. Hold on, I'll be right. Hold on, there's a song I really want to. There's a song I want to play. Hold on, I'll be right. Hold on, there's a song I really want to. There's a song I want to play. Hold on, I'll be right. Hold on, there's a song I really want to. There's a song I want to play. Hold on, I'll be right back. Jay, yes. Not on TikTok, but on Google Hangouts. I'll be hosting a womb circle for the full moon. Yes, Ruby, beautiful. Avery, I feel you. I am planning to host some in-person opportunities. Typically medicinal healing spaces. So for the Google Hangouts, it's specific links for each call, right? You have to kind of like register or sign up depending on what it is. Yeah, in the community space, you know, the WhatsApp group, it's there for you, right? It's not an obligation or something that you have to participate in or have to do anything in. Just remember that it's there to serve you. So, a cycle closing, going backwards. We can be so simple, just breathe. It's gonna be alright, just breathe. It's called Breathe by Equanimous, Equanimous, Equanimous. It's called Breathe. It's gonna be okay. Just breathe. Thank you for the follow. Lots of third eye. Thank you for the follow, One Love. Yeah, Ruby, I would love to hear your poem as well. Skip this. Well, let me skip from here. Good to see you as well. Honored to have you here. I've always just used GarageBand. GarageBand works quite well. It's what I always use for my podcast. Allow your hearts to expand. some of you, I'm feeling this resistance towards divine knowledge and an opening of the crown. Maybe a certain like jaded feeling of like things not coming to fruition and disappointment. Maybe things that you believed in, people you believed in that didn't pan out the way that you hoped or in a way that you would have loved or in a way that you anticipated. Ah, it's 11:11. Oh no, great day. And so the divine is here to ask if you'd be willing to open up your crown, willing to open up your heart, just to receive some loving energy here at this time. They know that you felt like you were betrayed. And there was a train just outside. I don't know if you guys could hear that. There was a train that blew their horn outside as I was saying that. There's been a lot of betrayal, a lot of disillusionment. Lack of belief. They want to acknowledge this and let you know that they understand. They also want to invite you to open up, even if it's just this one last time. I keep hearing like one last time, one more time. Are you willing to just open up right here and right now to receive? Beautiful shift. Feel from your crown down to your heart space. Feel the opening of this pathway, the opening of the pathway from your crown to your heart. This is where the divine is wanting to pour energy into you, through you. You may feel tingles on the top of your head. You may feel your heart opening and softening and expanding. You may need to take a few deep breaths if you feel that you're holding your breath. And simply allow. I know it can feel hard to believe. Can you do it just this once? Can you do it just this once? Just allow yourself to believe, even if it's just for a moment. Believe that good things are happening to you and for you. Believe that there are blessings in your life right now that you're not seeing, and more blessings coming your way. And as much pain as there has been, as much betrayal as there has been, there's so much more beauty, even if you don't see it right now. Asunoi kuete sete. Asunoi kuete sete. And know that it might not look exactly the way that you expect it, because it might be even better. Thank you for the follow, Katie. Even more magical than anything that you could have ever come up with. More magical than that little intellect of yours could possibly fathom. Thank you for the follow, Jerry. There is beauty coming your way, but you must first open up to receive, open up to allow things to flow, even the things that feel like friction and feel like challenge and feel like disillusionment and destruction. Are you able to see the love in those moments? Are you able to see the love in those that hurt you? Are you able to see the reflection of the divine in these beings, in these situations, in these circumstances? And to just allow the flow of life to take you where you're meant to go. Allow the beauty to flow through you, to you. The love that we crave, the love that we desire. We must first learn to give it to ourselves. Truly. The love that you feel for another is merely a reflection of the love that lives inside of you, often unexpressed or in a way that you don't allow yourself to feel for yourself. Just sit in that energy for a moment. Allow it to integrate into your system. Remember that your heart is a magnet, drawing experiences into you. So when we close off our heart, when we shut it off, we're stopping the flow of energy that naturally desires to come our way. We're stopping the flow of magic, the flow of love, even love for the seemingly shitty situations. We have so much pain, so many barriers towards this love within us. What would it look like to just allow, to keep the heart space open? Open to the love and the pain and the experience that is this human life. Deep breath, Susan. Breathe into it. Right? And when we experience pain, when we experience pressure, can we do the counterintuitive thing and actually allow it to grow and expand within us? And in doing so, the pressure dissipates. It's our attempt to confine these experiences, our attempt to suppress them, our attempt to reduce them and eliminate them from our systems that truly takes us into spaces of suffering. We're so allowing it to be whatever it may be. And sometimes these are hard truths. They're truths that our ego doesn't like very much. Sensations that the ego doesn't like very much. What if we can just allow it to be? Ooh, my shoulder cracked. Thank you for the follow, beautiful Miss Jess. So much of this experience is a process of allowing. Allowing the truth of your heart. Yes, Avery. Yeah. We want it to go away, and so we're like, okay, Meanwhile, we're just like putting energy into it versus just like allowing it. Sometimes with things like a migraine, like the discomfort may persist, but it's a beautiful practice. Oh my gosh, I get that too, the ocular migraines, and then I get nauseous from them. I understand. It's interesting even with nausea, right? Where it's like, oh, I don't want to feel this way, so you're like, ugh, you try to suppress it. Versus like, what if I just allow it? And you literally let the sensation expand in your body. That's also, if any of you have ever done medicinal journeys like ayahuasca, things like this, that's the key in those circumstances as well, just FYI. It's literally a journey of surrender, surrendering to the sensations in the body, surrendering to wherever spirit wants to take you, surrendering to the experience and allowing, trusting the divine to go where you need to go. So then how can we bring that energy into other areas of our life? Got 2 paid readings, and I do want to remind all of you, tomorrow night, womb healing session for the full moon, okay? If you'd like to be a part of that, you do need to have a womb space. Shoot me a message, and I'll give you the details so you can attend that. That's tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central. And then on Monday, February 17th, we have the Light Language Seminar. That one is 11:11 to attend, and that's at 9 p.m. Central, Monday night. So make sure you send me a message if you want to be on either of those. They're both going to be incredible, beautiful healing spaces. So, okay. Nico. I'm excited as well, Jess. It's going to be amazing. And I'm co-hosting that with my soul sister, Nikki. She's so incredible. So I'm excited for all of you. Also, the card that came out for today for both myself and you, so for the whole collective, is nourishment. And so I want to honor you for being in this space this evening and allowing your soul, your body, to be nourished on an energetic level. Congratulations to you for showing up for yourself and allowing nourishment. Ruby, darling, are you here for your paid reading? And after you, we've got Katie. I didn't see any other payments come through for reading, so if you did want a reading, just holla. Yes, anything specific, Ruby? Anything specific for you? Any specific questions you're looking for, or specific energy you're wanting me to tap into? Love you, Susan. Also, I haven't had a chance to listen to your message yet. I saw it come through, but have not had a chance to listen yet. So I'll get back to you when I can. One moment. I'm gonna grab my blanket. So we are going to get into private messages, not private, but individual messages. If you like to stay to receive any messages that may come through for you, through other people and their guides, please feel free. So Ruby, I'm feeling the Akashic Records pretty heavily for you right now. I don't know if you've been working with the Akashic Records at all. Thank you for the follow, Felice. One second, I'm going to change the music. One second, I'm going to change the music. One second, I'm going to change the music. No, I was just changing the music. Ruby, have we talked about where your north and south node are located before? That's coming through for you. Hearing Ashoka. Ashoka. There's something about a Leo past life. That they're wanting you to tap into and release. Feels like in this life, not this one obviously, but in this past life, this Leo past life with heavy Leo energy, feels like you were a young boy when you died in this lifetime. And so it feels as though there's something that you're meant to integrate from that particular lifetime. Yeah, it feels like it's ready and it's here now for you to integrate. And to bring peace to that part of yourself. Yep, exactly. Exactly, darling. Which is also probably why you found me in my energy, because of Lyra. Yes. So this is work that they're wanting you to do. And specifically, so if you attend the womb session tomorrow, Our wombs can take us deeply into past lives. And so that's the one that they're wanting you to tap into tomorrow. Because it feels like the energy of that is carried through into so many lifetimes for you. And I also feel like that's part of Lyric's role in your life as well, and the healing that you're doing with him. Because that's really where they're wanting you to release. Because it feels like this tether, this like chain from the past. Definitely look in your chart. Yep. It's all tied to this Leo energy, right? Which is the solar plexus. Mostly. It also, of course, goes down to the sacral, but a lot in that solar plexus area. They're wanting you to just take a moment and close your eyes and feel into your solar plexus right now. See what you see. You might even just see the face of a lion. Leo energy, the sun. If there's sunshine available tomorrow, make sure that you're getting yourself out into the sun to balance the energy of the moon. I'm feeling this heavy devotional energy for you. This devotion to your heart. This devotion to love. This devotion to unconditional love, unconditional self-love. And I believe you said you thought you were a Cancer moon, but you're not. Is that correct? Because there's something about the Cancerian energy of the moon and that deep devotional energy that's really coming up for you here. In sidereal. If you're a Pisces moon in sidereal, then that means in Western you'd be an Aries moon. I have the same placement. So from sidereal to Western, it shifts one sign. Yeah. And if that's the case, then you're in your Sattva Sakti. Sattva Sakti. Which is when Saturn passes over your natal moon. It's a 7.5 year, 7.5 year cycle. And it starts when Saturn is in the sign before your moon sign. And then when it crosses into your moon sign. And then the third phase is when it's in the sign after your moon sign. So you have the same moon placement as me, which means that you're in the same Sattva Sakti as I am. It started on April 28th of 2022. And phase 1 ends on March 29th. Phase 2 begins on March 29th of this year. It's a very deep Saturn transition. Saturn transit. That means that the past 2.5, almost 3 years have probably been extremely challenging for you. Lots of endings. In sidereal and Vedic astrology, the Sattva Sakti is like considered to be much more intense than a Saturn return. And yeah, it's when Saturn crosses over your natal moon. And again, it's not just when it crosses over it. So it's not just for, the 2.5, almost 3 years that it's in one sign. It's a 7.5-year cycle when it's in the sign before and the sign after as well. And it's deeply transformative. So anyone that has a Western Aries moon, Sparkle modality, I'll answer that in a moment. Let me just finish this up. Remind me, because I want to answer your question. Urreito atuesete. Urreito atuesete. Urreito atuesete. I don't know. No need to apologize. Urreito atuesete. Urreito atuesete. Ruby, I'm also hearing releasing attachments to the things that are no longer serving you. And I feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 things in your life that you kind of know. Maybe they're relationships, connections, maybe just things that you haven't fully closed the door on. And they're asking you to release them in faith. It's like 1 or 2 things. Feels more like 2, but definitely 1. And they're wanting you to shift your devotion to self and to the divine versus devotion to another. That your devotion from your heart space, that natural devotion that you have in your heart, to devote yourself to you and to the divine in a new way, in a different way. And to show that devotion to yourself through your actions, through the way that you show up. Thank you for the follow, Lava. For the way that you show up for you, right? Like truly just being so hopelessly devoted to you, right? But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside, out of my head. Devoted to yourself. Hopelessly devoted to you. You sang that song yesterday. Oh my God. So sing it to yourself in the mirror. Literally go in front of a mirror and sing that song to yourself. Because they're wanting you to shift. They're wanting you to shift into the devotion to you and the devotion to the divine. to be your number one priority, and then everything else to flow from there. I just keep hearing, but now there's nowhere to hide. But now there's nowhere to hide. See? But it's not just the divine. You too. You first. Tell Ash how much you love yourself. Every inch, every nook and cranny, every shadow, every aspect that you told yourself was not okay about you, everything that makes you cringe or makes you feel embarrassed or makes you feel shame or unworthiness, to show devotion to those parts of yourself. Yes, devotion. Embody Ash, right? Devote yourself, your inner masculine. Devote your inner masculine to your inner feminine, and vice versa, your inner feminine to the masculine, so that they may come together in union through mutual devotion. But that's all within you. It's a devotion to you at the end of the day. And then remember to integrate Ash and Celine with Ruby, with Stephanie. Right? Integrate all of that into this being, this divine being that you are here. All of these different aspects of you, all these different parts, all these different identities. Let them all integrate into the beauty that is you and your being. You are so loved. Beautiful. And at some point, all of these different parts, all of these fragmented pieces get to all just merge into oneness, within and without. It's the beauty of alchemy. I love you, Ruby. And you are so deeply loved. And their greatest desire for you is to love yourself as much as you love them. It's like they can feel the amount that you love them, and they want you to love yourself just as much, if not more. You're very welcome. Thank you for the chance to read for you. It's always an honor and a pleasure. What a beautiful transmission. You are very welcome. I love you. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your energy now. That's beautiful. Okay. Sparkle modality. Real quick, let's talk about this Sativa Sakti thing. Sativa Sakti. So you're an Aquarius moon. Is that in Western astrology, or is that in sidereal or Vedic astrology? And then Katie, you're on deck, darling, for your reading. fun now. There's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. Out of my head. Devoted to you. So you should be coming up to the end of your third phase, right? Because Saturn has been in Pisces and it's about to move into Aries on March 29th. And so Aquarius, so for you when it was in Capricorn, that was phase 1. Phase 2 was when it was moving through Aquarius, and then phase 3 is what you've been in since April, late April of 22, and that is ending on March 29th of this year. So you're ending out your third phase. So you're almost completely done with your Sadhivasati. So congratulations. Typically this is 7.5 years of, it can be, painful transformations, a lot of, karmic influence, a lot of growing up, a lot of responsibility, right? A lot of stepping into, right? Saturn is, I always say Big Daddy Saturn. Saturn is the father archetype of the zodiac, of the planets. It is the planet of responsibility and karma. Okay, sounds good, Katie. So any Saturn transit is all about responsibility and really growing up, really being responsible. That's fine, darling. That's okay. There's no you did learn, because look at you right now. Right? Your third phase of the Sadhivasati is like the final exam. It's, did you learn the lessons? Right? And so even the fact that you're speaking in this way, it doesn't matter what you did during. You're already through that. Right now, especially right now, you're literally in the last month or so of the past 7.5 years. So this is the final exam. The past 2.5 years, you've kind of been in this final exam mode where all these lessons and all the things that you've had to go through and that have been turmoil and that you've been learning are coming through now. And it's okay, have you integrated all of this? Have you integrated the lessons from the past, 7 years? Have you integrated that? It's not about how you conducted yourself during that time, because during that time, Saturn was dishing out all of the shit during those years, right? And then when you're done, and we have 2 or 3 of these in our lifetime, depending on how long you live, right? Just like a Saturn return, it takes around 30 years, but it'll be a bit less because it's a bigger chunk, right? Versus a Saturn return is only when it's in the sign of your natal Saturn, whereas the Sadhivasati is obviously based around the moon sign, but again, it's the 7.5 years because it's the transit of the sign before, the sign that your moon is actually in, and then the sign after. So, yeah. And Saturn is moving on March 29th, hence the shift. You're exploited. I know it's supposed to be excited, but I'm exploited and ready. Yeah, and I mean, Pluto was in Capricorn, and I have a Capricorn stellium, so I get it. But a big thing with astrology really is I really personally, I don't love when I feel so much of it can be used to fearmonger. Even a Sadhivasati, right? Some people talk about it it's the end of the world and you're gonna have the worst 7.5 years of your life. Thank you, Jess. Right? And even a Saturn return. But it's can we shift these perspectives? Pluto too. Can we shift how we're seeing this? Yes, there may be big shifts and big transitions that happen. However, that shit isn't just random. It's not that the universe is randomly just like throwing shit at you. Like, it has a purpose. Yeah, like, if we can see and surrender to the fact that these things are happening for our highest good so that we can step into the people that we are meant to become in this lifetime, right? Our souls have these destinies and these paths in this lifetime of what we desire, of what our soul desires to step into in this particular incarnation. So everything that we are dished in this incarnation is ultimately for that purpose. Oh, no, the reading is done. You're good, Jess. Katie's next. Right now we're just talking about this like Sadhivasati energy. It's not a reading. You're a Gemini stellium. We're fine, promise. But yeah, so anything that makes you look forward to the future in an energy of dread, like, I invite you to just shift on that. To shift to this, like, ultimately it comes down to trust, right? Trusting that, like, Spirit doesn't have it out for us. We're not just being punished. Spirit isn't some, like, cruel dom. The amount of times I feel like I've had to say that to people. Okay? The divine is not a cruel dominatrix that is, like, treating you poorly. Okay? They're here for our soul's development, for our highest good. Right? And again, like, you've been in your Sadhivasati and you didn't even necessarily know it. And so it's really interesting because for me, I've been involved and connected with a man who is going through their Saturn return. And like, I came out of my Saturn return and literally like April 28th is when my Sadhivasati started. I didn't know this at the time, by the way. But, like, I shit you not, that's when, like, my marriage really took its very final, like, nail in the coffin, like, turn, was right then. So I kicked mine off with ending my marriage. And, like, the amount of things that I've gone through in this time period from April of 22 to now is wild. And this has just been phase 1. Like, the amount of times that my heart has been shattered and like I've grown up really fast during this transit. And there's been a lot of pain and a lot of challenge and a lot of struggle, but like, again, can we shift the perspective on these things? You know, like, I'm so grateful that I finally, after years of like torturing myself, I was finally able to end my marriage, right? And like, I could feel, again, especially this past year or so, I could feel that I was deeply in this Saturnian energy. And I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm in a Saturnian energy. I was like, is this just like an extension of my Saturn return? And maybe I'm just like still partially in my Saturn return energy, or maybe it's because I'm connected to someone who's in their Saturn return and maybe that energy is affecting me. But no, it's because I'm in my own like huge fucking Saturn transit, right? My Sadhivasati. And so that's why I've been like in this deep Saturnian energy, this big like transformative, like really, it's been deep, like going deep down into the soil of just churning that soil and upheaval, because anything that is not aligned had to leave my energetic space, had to leave my life. I wouldn't be who I am in front of you, able to serve you in the way that I do, if all of that hadn't happened. You know, and if I hadn't chosen what I chose along the way, and if I hadn't done all the work that I did for the years prior to that to set the foundation so that I could do all of that over the course of the past, 3 years. It's really wild how all of this works. Really, really wild. It's like my Saturn return was for me questioning the marriages, for me breaking all of these identities down, breaking down so much within me. And I had my second son during my Saturn return as well. Yeah. And then it's like just not long after that I entered into the Satyavasati transit. I'm grateful. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Ooh. You could Google it. I don't know the exact dates. I'm going to be completely honest. But you could Google it. But I would put in your sidereal or Vedic information. So you would be a Capricorn moon in Vedic, right? Because it shifts one sign. And so you can look up your Satyavasati dates and see where it correlates. And I shit you not, like when I saw April 28th of 2022, I was literally like, is this a joke? Like literally practically to the day that my marriage took that like final turn of ending. To the fucking day. Like I can't make that up, you know? Oh, wow. Yeah, so in Vedic, you would be Taurus for all of that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, right? Because Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Yeah. So you'd be a Taurus. You'd have a Taurus stellium. So I personally I've used different ones. And there are apps, but I haven't found an app that I've super duper loved, if I'm being completely honest. And being like a Vedic astrologer, as far as I'm aware, is like a closed, I don't know about a closed practice. I don't know if that's what you would refer to it as. But I believe in order to be like a Vedic astrologer versus a Western astrologer, anyone can do it. But I believe like it needs to be not only in your chart, but in your lineage. Yeah. So, but just as in Western astrology, you know, there's great Vedic astrologers and ones that aren't as great. So, you know, I just speak from what I know. I love this shit, so I'm always learning and researching for myself and for others as well. Yeah, so AstroSeek. If you go onto AstroSeek, there's an option to pull your Vedic chart versus your Western chart. You can pull your Western chart as well, and AstroSeek also has an asteroid calculator that's really great. So you can look up like your asteroid Juno, which tells you what you look for and what you need in your marital partner. It's like an asteroid that will show you in marriage, like, hey, this is what your like partner needs to embody essentially for a Juno placement. Yes, yeah, so if you use AstroSeek, there should be a little drop-down option where you can switch it to Vedic. And one thing that's cool on AstroSeek, when you do it on there, is that it will show you your Vedic signs, and then next to it, it'll show you your Western signs, so you can like compare as well. But also, if you look at your Western chart, literally for everything, just move it back one sign, and you'll have your placements. Like in Western, I am a Virgo sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. In Vedic, I'm a Leo sun with a Pisces moon and Pisces rising. But also within each of those, there's multiple types. So for instance, my moon is Revati, Pisces type, I don't know what the numbers are, but there's different types of Pisces. Whereas my rising is Uttara Bhadrapada, which is a different type of Pisces. So, yeah. Vedic astrology, though, is, you know, the OG, the original. So I find that it often resonates more deeply. But yeah. Yes, absolutely. I'm a Virgo Venus in Western at 0 degrees, and then obviously a Leo Venus in Sidereal. Katie, are you here, darling? Yes. Yeah, it's where the stars were when you were born. Right, and they have 108 different nakshatras, star signs, which is like Revati, Uttara, Bhadra, Bhadra, all these. Ashlisha. So it's way more detailed and nuanced. Okay. All right, Katie. Let's get into your reading, darling. Do you have a specific question this evening, or did you just want a general reading? How may I serve you? Also, do we have any other Western astrology Aries moons in here? Either Aries moon, a Pisces moon, or I guess, what's the last one? Or a Taurus moon would be affected too. Okay, Katie. Sounds good. Sounds good. As we go, if you have anything specific, just let me know. Ooh. Ooh. Katie, right away we got the Hermit for you. Annette, yes, I can do one more spot for a reading. I don't have a link posted. Any of my mods, are you able to post my Venmo and Cash App by any chance, and pricing? Please and thank you. What is it? And I wouldn't get you hung up on somebody that you used to know, but you didn't have to cut me off. That's the song I'm hearing for you, Katie. Make out like I didn't happen to know we were nothing, and I don't even need your love to treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to speak so low. Tell your friends about your records and then change your number. Guess that I don't need that, no. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. It feels like this is why you're in hermit mode. Or at the very least, if you're not in hermit mode, you're being guided to go into hermit mode. Whatever this energy is, whoever you're thinking of as this song is coming out. But you didn't have to cut me off. Make it like I never happened, nothing. Possible fires. Oh my God. Possible fire sign energy related to heartbreak. You didn't have to cut me off. Yes, Venmo is just at Harmony Patton. Cash App is $ Priestess Harmony. Well, that's just too many. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. So we have the Hawk in reverse, Katie. Feels like you're kind of at your wit's end with something. Like it feels as though you want to give up. It feels as though you want to give up. What is Katie giving up? It almost feels like wanting to give up on yourself. Yeah. At the core of it, it feels like wanting to give up on yourself. There's like this part of you that just like wants to give up on yourself. But you didn't have to cut me off. This might even be like, they're wanting you to open your connection to spirit back up. And I don't know if earlier you were here when I was talking about that energy of like betrayal. But I'm feeling that for you pretty heavily, like that feeling of feeling like you've been betrayed by spirit, sort of. Yeah, and ooh, some avoidance of pain that's been happening. Avoidance of an old wound, potentially, that's creating this sensation of wanting to give up. And it's like this is being activated for you. Whatever it is that made you kind of feel like spirit didn't have your best interest, spirit didn't have your back, spirit didn't love you. Whatever that situation was, it feels like a potential betrayal, stabbing in the back, just something just not being what you thought that it was, what all the signs were pointing to. And it's like you feel like you're betrayed by spirit. And they're just kind of like, this is coming up for you to feel that wound. It's not actually about the thing. It's not about the thing in front of you that happened. It's that there's this really old, I'm even hearing ancient wound within you that was meant to bring up and open up and activate so that you could see it and feel it and hear it. And so they're wanting you to, also interesting that I said hear it instead of heal it, hear it. But you didn't have to cut me off. Do you get any like clear audience messages sometimes? Messages through music? And I feel like you've cut this off recently. You've no longer wanted to receive the signs from music. You've no longer wanted to receive the messages from music because you feel like spirit bamboozled you and betrayed you. And it caused a heartbreak. That's what it feels like. Feels like there's an avoidance of something here, an avoidance of a wound, an avoidance of a pain. It's something that you just don't want to go into. So it's like you might be hermiting, but I see you at home, like not necessarily going super deep into the pain, right? It's almost like wanting to escape the pain to an extent, or a certain avoidance of pain. Ooh. Interesting shift there. And I feel like even just admitting that to yourself is going to be really huge. Even just admitting like, yeah, there's some things here that I need to feel and I don't want to feel. And literally even just admitting that to yourself is going to be very liberating. Because it's going to open up the floodgates and set the stage for you to start feeling it. Yeah. Instead of avoiding it, instead of blocking it out, instead of, I don't even want to say bypassing, but it's like not wanting to feel it because it's terrible and awful and it hurts and all of that. And they're like calling you to shift that. Calling you to shift that perspective, to shift the perspective of the pain, to shift the perspective of the avoidance of not going into it. And it's almost like doing it as if that's like a healthier thing to do because it's healthier to be happy, or like it's healthier to not feel all of that because all of that's like low vibrational or it's yucky or it's negative or whatever. And they're like, you know, it feels as though there's a justification type of thing that's happening, which is just a coping mechanism in and of itself, right? And so like, and there's something about like intelligence and image here for you as well that's coming up, kind of random. But that it's okay to go into. Like it's okay to go into all this. It's okay to go into the pain. It's okay to sit around and be sad. It's okay to do all of these things. And they don't want you avoiding it anymore. They want you to dive into the deep end. Even if I could, wouldn't go back where we started. I know you're still waiting. Is I pray that things won't change, but the hardest part is you realizing maybe I think the same. There's a part of you that doesn't want to change because there's a part of you that believes in doing so. If you change, if you evolve, if you grow, that you're going to lose the things that you love. It's a maladaptive coping mechanism, right? It's like this inner child, this younger part of you inside of you that believes that if you let go of the pain, then you let go of the love. If you let go of the pain, then you let go of the connection. If you let go of the pain, then you let go of the pleasure. Like there's this part of you that believes this. And there's a part of you that's clinging on. But there's so many songs coming through for you. Now I'm hearing, say it ain't so, I will not go, turn the lights off, carry me home, na 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 na. Yeah. So just start, you've got to start with that first layer. Told you. I'm like, I told you the dates would work. Yeah, exactly. Blink-182. Absolutely, Katie. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Again, and this comes back to like the not wanting to do it. The part of you that's like, I give up, I don't want to do it. I'm done. Because it's like, it's too much. And that's a trick of your ego. That's being like, nope, this is too big. We just not going to do it at all. And what they're wanting you to do is like, just begin to skim those first layers off. Like you've got to start somewhere is the thing, right? You've got to start somewhere. So they want you to start somewhere that requires the start. I'm going back to the start. So much music coming through for you. It's like one after another on the music. Yeah. Yes. And so it feels big. So where can you start? Spirit, where would you like for her to start? They want you to start with love. With love, the betrayal, union. Start there because it's going to be the most easily accessible to you. Music is going to be a big healing modality for you. When you get a random song that pops in your head that's clairaudience, trust that and go listen to the song, read the lyrics, like find the message in it for you because your spirit team is trying to communicate to you through music. Yes, exactly. And that's why they need you to, I'm going back to the start, right? Good night, Jess. Have the most beautiful evening. So grateful you were here. Thank you for sharing space. Right, Katie, so you just said my divorce, then losing my brother, then everything piled on after that. So you've got to go back to the start of it. The start of this pain and this wound being opened and activated, the divorce, right? That's where it starts. I'm going back to the start. Trust the songs. Also, 222 is very significant for you. That's a really big sign from your spirit team. Trust the songs that pop in your head, like I said, and like truly go listen to them. Maybe even listen to one song all day on repeat if you need to like fully transmute the energy. But that's going to be the key for you. You got to start somewhere. Good night, Nico. Have the most beautiful evening. Yeah, so 555 is the change, right? This is the change that you're ushering in. As you change, things around you change. As your energy changes, so does everything else in your life. Your experience of your life changes, right? As you change. When we observe a particle, the particle shifts. Hi, Anna Maria. We're doing paid readings right now. Does that make sense, Katie? So they want you to go back there, okay? Back to the start of the pain, and begin as you're in this hermit mode. It's time to heal. It's time to heal these wounds. It's time to heal these wounds, okay? No more avoiding the pain. For Reiki sessions, I do those, I can do distance Reiki, like, I usually do those privately, which I can do them on here too, but tonight, not for tonight, because I'm getting pretty tapped out. I've got one more reading to do after this. But Kim, if you want a Reiki session, I do either voice recordings where I'll like talk you through everything that I do, or I do also like actual video calls where we do a healing session as well. I do both of those. The distance ones are $55. That are like a voice recording. The live call is $111. I was trying with my nephew, but he's just so hateful and trying to blame everyone else. So the thing is, the healing is for you. Right, Katie? The healing is for you. You can never control what anyone else is going to do. We can never change other people. We can facilitate other people's healing, but they have to come to us for that, right? We can't. So that's a piece too, right? Letting go of anyone else, what anyone else is doing. This is about you, for you, period. Like only for you. And so with an energy like that, maybe working through Ho'oponopono, right? I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Put on a song, pull up that person's energy within you, feel them. You can even look at a picture, whatever that looks like for you, and just start reciting Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And in doing so, you're taking ownership for your side of the energetic exchange in that, right? For your energetic field and what that was impacting, how that was impacting the dynamic, right? Because regardless of what the people outside of us are doing, which we have no control over, we have to take responsibility for our energetic sovereignty and our side of it. Sacred space, thank you for following. And that doesn't mean that you did anything wrong, okay? That's not what it's about. However, it's just taking responsibility for your energy at the end of the day, and it is so healing. So sometimes you can do these practices, right? Ho'oponopono, and like the person can just shift. They'll gradually shift. They'll gradually change, even if that's not the intention that we're going into it with, right? The intention is just truly to feel those words and say those words. Yes. Yes, Katie. Take a moment, close your eyes. Just feel in your body where that's coming up. Feel the constriction, the pain, the sadness, the betrayal of that. Now, can you choose to let that pain go? And maybe just even to the part of you that's feeling pain, the part of you that's been having to go through this in connection to your nephew and to your brother, right? I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And even knowing that it didn't have anything to do with you, there may still be a part of you that feels responsible. And that may be what's being reflected back to you. And so to the part of you that feels responsible, even knowing that you're not, knowing that it wasn't your fault and didn't have anything to do with you, sometimes we can still feel responsible. And so, to your brother's energy, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I feel that deep within you, it feels like you feel so sorry to your brother. And that's not because you actually did anything wrong, but there is a piece of you that feels responsible. Again, even knowing that it's not your fault, we still have to heal these broken parts, these wounded parts that have so much pain. And so things with your nephew will shift as you shift. You don't have to do anything there. There's nothing for you to do there because it's not something that you can change. Your nephew's reaction, what he's going through, doesn't actually have anything to do with you. It's his own pain and his own guilt that he's projecting onto you, right? It's not actually about you at all. It's mirrored energy, right? Mirroring the guilt and blame and shame that each of you is feeling. Even if it's neither of your fault. But you're just reflecting that back to each other. And that's why it's so painful, because it's illuminating the part of you that does feel guilty. And so can we allow that part of ourselves to be okay? Can we see how the part of us that feels guilty and that feels responsible and that feels shame, what's beneath that is actually just love. It's this expansion of love and allowing. And once you've healed and alchemized this, it's not going to bother you even that he blames you. It's not going to bother you that he blames you if he even continues to. But it won't affect you because you will have healed the wound, and it'll no longer activate the wound in you. And so it's just for you to process, right? And if focusing on him allows you to gain access to those feelings, then allow yourself to go there, right? Just know that at the end of the day, it's not about you as a person, what he's experiencing, what he's projecting, all of that. It's not about you. That's just his wounding that he needs to heal. But again, we heal as we heal, others in connection to us heal, period. And that goes both ways. As the people that you're connected to heal, you heal too. We get to benefit and help each other by even just focusing on our own healing. It's a gift. Okay, Katie? How you feeling? I know that was heavy. I want to say thank you for doing this healing work for both yourself and those around you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your energy. Annette, I believe you're doing a mini, right? A yes or no? What's your question, Annette? Oh, also, Katie, got the hawk for you. And milk and thistle. Milk thistle. It was reversed, but hawk. In case hawks have any meanings to you. Annette, do you have a specific question? Sure. You just got the same exact card as Katie. Hawk reversed, the hawk and thistle reversed. Is there something that you've been disillusioned by? Heavy masculine energy. Heavy masculine energy. Big on the disillusioned part, though. Something made you lose trust and faith. That's what I'm feeling. A lot of that energy coming through tonight. The Lovers. Hearing that song, and when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. The end of beginnings, something like that. Okay, so what are your questions? Because I can either read the cards or I can answer specific questions. You've only got a mini, so kind of got to pick. That's the overall energy. So I can either keep going further into that channel or I can answer your specific questions. You let me know what you want me to do. Annette, did we lose you? I'm sure you're there. I'm just gonna drink some water. Okay. Thank you, Dave. Okay, Annette, so do you have a specific question about that you want to ask? It's probably the masculine energy that I'm feeling in this reading. I said there was heavy masculine energy coming through. Good night, Ian. Have a good one. Okay. So are you just wanting... Okay. So what is it that you're wanting to know about it? Anything specific? Like, again, it's just a mini, so we can only delve so deep, but That's why I just want to make sure, like, if there's something specific that you're wanting to know, or like a specific answer that you're wanting, the more specific I can be with the question, the more specific I can get you answer-wise. Versus, I can also just continue to read the energy of this and like channel through. So this masculine energy is the old energy. Gotcha. Okay. So this masculine energy is definitely the old energy. This is not the newer masculine energy in your life. Is softer. It's more of a King of Cups energy. Whereas this is Emperor energy, but it's very like, maybe harsh isn't the right word. It feels like there's definitely desire there. The thing that's interesting about this that they keep calling me to is you. Who are you in each of these connections? Which one of these yeah. Yeah, so that's the betrayal that I was referencing, right? The betrayal that made you lose trust. Feels like a very avoidant energy. So that would be that like that coldness, that kind of harshness that was coming through on this. And so, but again, the thing that's interesting, this doesn't feel like your new partner. I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it anyway. Unless the two energies are flipped and you think that the softer energy is your ex, but this feels old. And so again, though, what they're calling me to is you in both of these equations. Equations? Why did I just say that so weird? You in both of these equations. Who are you in each of these relationships? Who are you in relation to the ex-husband? Who are you in relation to the new partner? Who brings out the strength in you? Because it doesn't necessarily feel like either do, if I'm being just completely honest. And so I almost feel like Spirit is like asking you to evaluate more so you in both of these dynamics versus them in either dynamic. Like, we want a partner in you to bring out, you bring strength to them. That is so exactly apt, like wildly correct. You bring strength to them, but what does that do to you? So let me show you. Like, I want you to know how literally that is exactly what I was referencing. Because, look, here's his energy. In the middle, we have, this is your energy in the middle. Strength reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. It's like they're draining you of your fucking life force. And then on the other end, we have the Fool. Right? So that's like a new beginning, a new journey for you to take, a new journey. Because again, who are you in each of these connections? What are they bringing? Like, you next to a masculine energy, I want to see you like this. I do not want to be seeing you reversed. I do not want to see, like, I want to see you upright next to a masculine partner. That you can be in your passion and you can feel like ignited and like being in your strength for you. I don't like seeing your energy turned into this in relation to a partner. And it feels like both of these energies are like It's literally exactly what you said. Where you're like, I give both of them strength. Well, whose strength is it taken away? Yours. So it's like giving that strength back to yourself so that, yes, something different. And I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you about what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing is like almost you not being tied to a partner. Like you having this chapter where you're investing back into you. And it's not meant to be about someone else right now. Not that no one else will come in, because it's not about that at all. But like you get to be your own partner. You get to give yourself the strength that you've been given to these other fucking people. Like it's time to give that back to you. It's time for that to be yours, not theirs. Not you supporting someone else. You actually supporting yourself and giving that to yourself in a way that you haven't before, because all of that capacity was going to loving someone else for both of them. Like, do they miss you? Yeah, sure. But like, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Because like, this energy is not going to serve you at the end of the day. Not going to serve you. Ooh. Yikes. Yikes. Well, I don't know what to tell you there. Exactly. And it's draining your life force. It's draining your life force. Hate that for you, honestly. Like, absolutely abhor that for you entirely. Because no. It's time for you to be your own lover. A lover. Like, for you to be this for yourself. Like, no. One more card for Annette. Yeah, there's a huge lack of reciprocity here. And they want you to be done with this shit. I'm so sorry. Like, they want you to get out of these circumstances with unequal give and take. You are not getting what you deserve. You are not receiving as much as you are giving. You are giving of your entire being and your entire self. Listen, someone new might be coming in, but they literally don't want it to be about that right now. This needs to be about you. You investing in your life force. You investing in your strength. You giving to yourself in the way that you've been giving to others. What the hell? Well, there's a part of you that agrees. Your higher self is like, agreed. Your higher self totally just intervened right there. Thanks for the follow, John. That was your higher self. Like, literally just took the wheel right there. That's so funny. That's so funny. All right, one more animal for you. Dogs may be significant. Fox and ivy, adaptability. So yeah, be adaptable right now. Be ready for quick change and quick shifts. And yeah, it's not even so much about like singlehood. It's just about like choosing you in a different way, choosing you in a way that you haven't before. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's all about adaptability. Okay, being ready for the quick shifts and the quick changes as they come your way. New. All right, Annette. That is it, darling. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from your energy. Light us some Palo Santo. Sorry to anyone's animals who jumped at that. You're welcome, darling. You've got this. Okay, last reminder. Tomorrow we have Womb Circle for the full moon. If you'd like to join, make sure you shoot me a message. I'll give you the details. On Monday, February 17th, we have the masterclass, the light language masterclass, okay, that I'm co-hosting with my soul sister, Nikki. It's going to help activate your light language, amongst other things. So if you want to get in on that, that's only $11.11 to attend. Very low price. Shoot me a message. I'll give you the details and get you in for either or both of those. So I look forward to seeing you then and there. That's it for tonight, y'all. I'm exhausted. I hope you had a beautiful evening. And I'll see you next week. If I don't see you tomorrow or Monday, I'll see you next Tuesday. You as well. Love. I love you guys. Have a good night.